All right, so let's get started in ZBrush. When you open up ZBrush, this is what you should see. All you have to do with this window right here is close it. Click the X. You don't need this. This can help you, of course. It can give you ideas on how to do things, but you don't need it. So we'll close it. Now, this box right here, this menu right here, palette, they're called palettes typically in ZBrush. If you click down here and drag, you can go through it. And then you can click all these different options up here. You can click on these folders over here. You can double click any of these things to open them up inside of ZBrush. This is your light box. Now it's covering what is called the canvas, which is where we do all the work. All the important stuff happens on the canvas in ZBrush. So how do we get rid of this? Well, there's a few options. There's the light box button up in the upper left-hand corner right here. There is the hide button inside the light box, which is on the right-hand side right here. And the other option is the comma key. Comma is the hotkey to get rid of the light box. The comma key is on your keyboard next to the period key. And I have to tell you that specifically because I had a student who didn't know where it was or what it was even. So comma, it goes away. Yay, we have it gone. So that's how we can get into the ZBrush interface, and now we can start doing stuff. Now if I click and drag here, this is not what we want to see, right? I don't think you want to make this. This is my artwork. I did it. I succeeded. No. You will not be happy. So we need to come over here to the big gold S. We're going to click on the gold S and we're going to grab, say, a sphere. We'll click and drag the sphere out. Now the sphere is not editable. We can click and drag a million different spheres. A million different spheres. All the different spheres. Now, if I wanted to manipulate any one of these spheres, what I have to do is turn on edit here. So click edit or the T key to turn it on. Now the last sphere that I made is modifiable at this point. So you can see the one on the left is rotating if you look closely, and also the head is rotating over here. So press Control and then the letter N on your keypad to get rid of everything else. If you want to see this particular sphere in the center of your screen really quickly, you can navigate to get it there, but the really fast way of doing it is pressing F. Now, I still cannot manipulate this sphere. If I click and drag here, it's going to say, hey, look, enable sculpting, please use 3D primitives, etc. So to get rid of this menu, if it doesn't go away on its own, click the red dot right here. What it's telling me is I need to turn on make polymesh 3D. This is not a polymesh 3D. So I come over here to my tool palette. If you don't see this tool palette here, you need to navigate to it. It might be hiding up here. So to get the double-headed arrow, you just roll over here to this side of the screen. You get a double-headed arrow. Once you get that double-headed arrow, you can click and drag whichever way you need to go. So up to hide it, and then you can bring it back down by clicking and dragging down, and you get the tool palette here. In the tool palette, you see Make Polymesh 3D. Click on that, and now I can, look, sculpt. Yay! Beautiful, isn't it? I just sculpted the most amazing masterpiece you've ever seen in your entire life. Look at that. This is an S with extra curves. That's what I call it. I'm going to mount it on my wall. So that's how you can get started inside of ZBrush. Check out my navigation video so that you can learn how to navigate inside of ZBrush, which is really amazing. One thing I will tell you about navigation that might be a little bit off for you is if we come here to preferences and we go to interface. Yes. So I tell you to come down here and click enable right click pop up off, but make sure it's underneath navigation. So go to navigation first and then enable right click pop up will be down here. It'll be turned on, turn it off. And then from there, I'll go into the different navigational techniques that are really, really powerful inside of ZBrush and making your workflow way faster than it is in other 3D software packages.